to another stealth camp. I'm here above the A1 there, just as the thumbnail promised. And no, I'm not going to walk half an hour or even 5 minutes in the any direction to get away from it. We're going to be right on top of this thing. So let me spin you around and give you a look at where we're going. Here we go. So just down here, you'll be able to see there's a space under this bridge. It's going to be noisy. Now look. Go through this gate. Ugh. I honestly thought I was going to have to jump that. All right, Lee, good to see you, man. I'm good. Hope you're well too. Ready for a wicked night of camping. Get out on my own today. Ooh, stinging nettles. Let's have a look at this then. What do we think? Loud but doable. Let's go in and have a look. That's tight. I'm going to hobble. So, as you can see, I'm right above it. And I don't imagine any of those cars blitzing by going to see me up here, even with my bright colours on. Let me just put them down. All right. So, that's where we are. I hope you can hear okay. I don't know how loud that is behind me, and how loud it's coming across on the camera, but yeah, that's the start. Let's get you guys set up. So for a little bit of wobbling, just get the old tripod set up here. All right, let's see if we can't angle you in a nice way, give you a good view. Right. How's that? Can you see any cars like that? Not really. There we go. You'd be wrong there, Lee. This is going to be cool. I do think that obviously my main concern is if any coppers fly by and they're actually paying attention, someone might see me, they might sort of double back and try to find me and tell me it's not safe and I need to move on. But other than that, I don't think anyone going to give two monkeys about me being under here. And I'm not bothered by the noise at all. I'm one of those people, I can sleep for anything if it's noise. Light is the thing that stops me from sleeping. So yeah, sorry for the dodgy angle. Let's see what I can give you here. I'm going to try and get me in and a bit of the roads. There we go. Yeah, that seems okay. So yeah, I've got like a roof just here. Well, I say roof, like a ledge. But then this side of it, I can stand up. But the beauty of it is I've got my mic on, so you should still be able to hear me, even though I'm far away from the camera. There we go. I'll get myself a little bit sorted here. And give you an idea of what's going on in terms of gear and stuff. That's a surprising amount of mess under here. Just dust and stuff mostly. There we go. Right. Let's bring you a bit closer. Hopefully that works okay. Right. I'm going to get my other phone out so I can see some of the comments and find out if you guys are happy under here or if I should find a space nearby. It's all going to be down to that noise level for you guys, whether you can hear enough. But yeah, I'm pretty good here. Ooh. It's a bit warmer under here than I thought it would be. There's not much breeze flowing through. I thought it would be a bit more breezy. Woo. Maybe I should head into some grass a bit outside. I don't know. Good enough spot to sleep in tonight for sure. Let me get my other device and see what you guys are saying. Not many invites yet, but woo. Right. Oh, I just need to put the hot spot on. Hot spot. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, it's warm under here. Yeah, I think potentially there's a better space just outside of the bridge. We'll still be next to the A1, and this is the A1M. This is definitely a motorised section. It's not just some wishy-washy point. There we go. Let's see. Woo. Oh dear. Is that just this, or have I got really bad signal under here? Oh, great. Nice to see you from Dundee. Let's get rid of that. Right. Let's see if my quality is any better. Oh, it's just the quality on this phone, I think. 480. Let's see what that does. Is it actually going to? I think I've probably got enough to stream, but not enough to see and have it come down on this phone too. Whoa, blimey. Yeah, it is warm. Woo. Yeah, I'm curious. I've got a feeling it's probably louder for me than it is you guys. Hopefully the mic is doing its job. Oh yeah, that's it's literally just that phone thing. How's the quality for you guys? Is it coming through okay? All right, Boone. Good to see you, man. Yeah. Starting to think this might have been a bad idea for a stream. I don't know. I'm still new to all this. But yeah, maybe it's better to go somewhere a little bit more green for now. Oh, somebody gave me a wave. I didn't see that. Let me see. Oh, Johnny. Hi, Johnny. Good to see you. Yeah, so, yeah. Wow, that is, yeah, I'm sweating bullets already. That's crazy. We'll see how it goes. We're getting a few people coming in now, so if everyone's happy with the location, say something in the comments, guys. Are you happy with this? I have no idea how it's coming across for you guys in terms of sound level and whether you really want to watch me underneath the bridge. It kind of takes me back to the one at Oldie, under the train station bridge, but this is way noisier. This is like so much more noise. It's unreal. Nicholas, I'm not going to try to say the last name, but hi. Good to see you, man. It gives a great Red Hot Chili Peppers vibe, if I do think. Oh no, sorry, that isn't it. It's definitely a bit of a silly one. Let me give you guys another look down there at the roads. You can see it's quite busy. Now it might seem like I'm really exposed up here. It might seem like a really stupid place to do a stealth cam. Now I think the signal on here is a bit dodgy. My quality of video is maybe not coming across so well. I'm thinking I might need to just shift a little bit just to get better quality, and also maybe get away from the noise for a little bit. Ugh. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. Right. Let's see. Potentially better. Right. To be fair, that spot down there wouldn't be too bad if I can get rid of the nettles. What do we think? A little bit of work, get rid of some nettles, and then use that spot? Because I'm pretty sheltered from the pathway if I sit there, and I've got more cover from the road. Yeah, I'm liking that. What do we think, guys? I think that's good. Let's, right, I'm just going to put you here. You'll probably be able to see down there what I'm up to. I'll leave the mats there. I'm going to quickly just head down, get my bag, and we'll try and use that spot over there. Hey, Danny's in, Rough Walkers. Good to see you guys. All right. Oi, 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 oi. Right. All right, let's see if I can give you a view of what's going on. All right, so hello from the side. So I'm going to just try and clear some of these nettles. I think if I just somehow push them the other side of the bars, that'll probably work. So I'm going to try and do that without getting stung. I have an idea. I shall use the mats. Maybe not. Maybe my foot. Aha. Yes. All right. Just one or two at a time. Okay. Ooh. That one was trying to get me. He's passed. There we go. Yeah, that maybe still a good idea. Just to help. I'll bend these around somehow without flicking them at me. Oh, and then there's some brambles on the bottom to get rid of, and then we'll be there. Oh dear. Feel free to chat among yourselves if this is not too riveting for you. That's what we're here for after all. Bit of group chat. Ooh. Show of hands, who here likes getting stung? Not me. I'll say that much. Right. I think I'm pretty happy with that as things go. I'd like to be in here though, really. Yeah. Some people up there. Just waiting for them to go. It's a bit annoying. Yeah, I'm going to get a little bit more of this so I can get in behind the cover a bit more. Nearly there. Nearly got me too. Oh. I'll cut anything I have to, but it's certainly a lot easier just to push it out of the way, as long as it stays out of the way. I'd like to be here. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's done it. Sweet. Let's clear some of this out of the way. There we go. That's good cover. There we have it. That was unexpected. Woo. The struggles of a stealth camp, completely unplanned as usual. Oh. Fit these so they're not poking me. There we go. There we have it. Oh, I am sweating now though. Oh. Right. Let's bring you in. Sorry for all that. There we go. Oh, there's Nail. Get rid of him. And the spider. You gone. Right. Job done. Oh, chance to relax. Oh dear. Oh, comfy. No, that's not too bad. There we go. Ooh, look at that for a shot, eh? ominous dark tunnel behind me now. Excuse me while I just dry my face off a little bit. I don't know if you can tell. I'm literally sweating bullets, and hopefully the picture quality is better now. I don't know. It could have got worse. Let's see. I mean, it's better from my device that I'm doing for the chat, so I can see there's a few questions. I'll get to them in a second. I do apologise. Ooh. Woo. That is just super, super hot. Whoa. Oh. Yeah. Literally a river of sweat. So I do apologise. It's not as bad as the end of my big challenges. One of which happened last weekend, and I'll tell you all about it in a little bit. It was a bit crazy. Starting rubbish pile there under you. Woo! Right. Well, that's me in for a bit. I'm going to have a little rest, chat to you guys, and then I'll show you the gear and potentially get cooking. This is actually a better spot for the cooking. I'm not going to get so visible from the cars, which is my main concern. Is a copper going by, seeing me up here and thinking, "Oh, homeless dude," and it's a dangerous spot. We need to move him on. So yeah, that's something that I want to try to avoid as much as possible. I think I spotted a question from Boone asking about whether many people walk across these areas. There isn't technically a pathway. Well, there is a bit of a pathway up here and the other side of the bridge, sort of like on the top of the bridge up here. But this is not a very busy road for cars, and it's even more quiet for foot traffic. There's a little bit of foot traffic just because the pathway behind me, there's the little bit directly behind me, that's a footpath, but it comes off from like a network of like a cycleway, literally just a few meters, like one side of me, and that kind of takes them away from this bit towards a crossing point on this road, and then that kind of continues along down that way, the cycleway does. And so that's the predominant route, I suppose, that most people are taking. And then a few people, like what just happened a few minutes ago, some people who walk past onto this footpath here, but I haven't seen anyone walk across here. I think that's my main point of concern now, as I'm outside of the bridge. But most people aren't going to be looking over the side because there's nothing to see. A bit of a boring spot. So hopefully nobody sees me. But again, I'd rather a couple of random pedestrians see me than the coppers, because random pedestrians aren't going to do a thing about me, but the coppers might. They would certainly ask me to move on. Because while this is obviously just off from the public way, I'm certain, I'm absolutely certain I'm not supposed to be camping here. And yeah, they'll probably tell me it's dangerous and they want me to move. So yeah, that's the main concern. That's when I'm going to get moved on. And obviously, once night falls, and as long as I don't have like lights on when I'm sleeping, nobody's going to see me down here. So I'll be safe as houses once I'm sleeping. Our Boone says he can't sleep very well with road noises. Do you know, I thought I'd have problems with that, but the very first urban stealth that I did was actually next to the A1. It wasn't on the motorway part, it was a bit further north on the dual carriageway part. Anyone who's seen that, you might remember it. I went, oh, blimey, I'm covered in something. Yeah, I went behind the Sainsbury's there and ended up on like a tiny bit of woodlands. I'm not sure if you can call it woodlands, but it was a pretty nasty bit of ground overall, to be honest. But I found a little space that was dry enough to get the tent down. And yeah, the camp there was actually pretty fine. I was relatively concerned because I was on the same level as the traffic, and there was only like a few small trees between me and them. And I was like, a lorry could easily just plough through a few of those and just like absolutely smash me, because I was only about 15 meters from the road. yeah, probably a similar distance as I am now, but it wasn't quite so loud because there were trees in between. This one's very, very loud. I think it's partly because of the bridge, but also this is just a busier section, I think, overall. I'm hoping it'll quiet down a little bit in the evening. But I discovered on that one, anyway, which is the point why I'm talking about it, I discovered on that one that I don't mind traffic noise and I can sleep through it. And if anything, it hides a lot of the noises I'm making. So like when I'm messing around with my titanium fire pit that likes to make a lot of noise. And I bought my Mylar bivvy bag, which is very rustly, very crinkly. But again, by the time the evening comes, no one's going to be walking behind me here. There could be a little bit of foot traffic maybe if somebody's coming from, say, a pub in. I'm basically between Baldock and Letchworth. So there could be like a point sort of somewhere where people are walking back and forth to pubs and from pubs, I say. Yeah, it's got thin hair on, so it's sort of irritating me at the moment. Yeah. Oh, it's just the sweat. It's just caused irritation. There we go. Use the camera. Ah, dear. Right, yeah. So, yeah, the road noise. It's not really a problem to me. I'm totally fine with that. Oh, looks like Danny's already gone, I think. Oh, well, when you do watch this back, Danny, it's good to see you for the minute that you're in. So, yeah, looks like that's about it for the chat. Don't think I've... how's the graphics looking, guys? Have we got a bit better now? I'm hoping we have, now that I've moved out from under there. That was atrocious for signal, I think. So hopefully it's better. Give me a little shout in the comments. Let me know if it's looking good now. But from what I can see on mine, it looks good. So. Whew. Man, I'm hot. Putting down a bit now, though, thankfully. Oh dear. Right. So, whew, time for a drink, and I'll show you guys what I bought for dinner. And well, you know the gear. If you don't know the gear, you've not been watching my channel. But yeah, the gear is pretty straightforward. A sleeping quill, a sleeping mat, usual pillow, and then just the Mylar sleeping bag, just like I was using on the cross-country trip. I don't really know if the sleeping bag, well, not the sleep. I don't know if the bivvy bag. Sorry, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know if that's realistically going to be needed massively tonight. I'll definitely put it down as a ground sheet at the very least. But I could get really hot in that because it's so warm tonight. But yeah, pretty nice space overall. I've now got a lot of cover where I'm sitting. I'll give you a little look. But hard to see the path. You've got to go to the side really to look at that, and then yeah, I've got a lot of cover behind me. So if anyone walks by like those people did, I'll be safe as houses. They won't spot me. Yeah. So so I've got a bit of a tinny with me, a little can of Fanta. Feel free to have yourself something a little bit stronger while you're watching the stream. I'll say cheers. I've been looking forward to this one. I've been out on some adventures, and I've been out doing some crazy stuff really with Mike from Mountains and More. But the last sort of few that I've been on, it's always been with somebody else. I haven't had a chance to get just a solo one out and a bit of time for just me. So yeah, this is just me and you. Yeah, it's nice. Oh dear. Yeah, between that and editing, not a lot of free time really just for myself. Oh, it's been a good week overall. Been really happy with the adventure that me and Mike went on. Any of you have seen it on his channel, he's already dropped his video for that, and you'll have a good idea how epic it was. He definitely caught a lot of it really well in his footage, but I can assure you mine is already feeling way more epic. Just I had the music in, and I got a lot of footage that he didn't get of just some really stupid stuff, and just really, me just struggling along. Mike is a machine, he really is. He's just plowing through just mile after mile. And I thought I was just going to end up being the one saying, no, this is it, we can't do anymore. But somehow I kept up with him, and we did some miles. We did some crazy distance across some huge peaks. Mike was definitely surprised at how, like, I mean, it's called the Peak District after all. But to be fair, I think I was under the same impression he is, where it's like, surely like the Lake District and all these bits further north are massive, like especially like in Scotland. So the Peak District isn't going to be offering too much, but man, we were wrong. There was some epic stuff in that, it really was. Right, so I bought a shirt. I think I might need it later. I don't know. It's so warm. I don't know where everyone is in the chat. If you're all in the UK with me, or like being somewhere else. But yeah, give a shout out in the chat. Tell me where you're from and how hot it is right now, or how cold. So yeah, usual sort of kit really overall. As I say, just the Mylar bivvy bag, because obviously there's no point having a tent here, is there really? You know what I'm like. I'll sleep on the concrete. The Femoris bag, or what bag? My Femoris mattress will take care of that and keep me comfortable. So important stuff first. I've got a little. I've been naughty. I went to M&S. We've got an M&S nearby where we're parked at the moment, and yeah, so I've got a yum nut from them. There we go. Can you see that? Look at that. Those are lovely. That's a proper little bit of naughtiness for later. And I got a muffin which I've kind of squished a little bit, but you can probably see that in there. The old chocolate muffin. These are gorgeous from M&S. They really are. It's a bit of a splurge, but I'm out for a night, just me. And I don't bring the bevies like some of the guys, but I definitely want to bring my treats. So this may give you a clue as to what's for dinner. I have a cool bag with me. That is the first time in a very long time that I've brought a cool bag for just me. Normally that only comes out if I'm going on like a joint trip, like to the Peak District with the lads and stuff. So yeah, but a nice burger for me tonight. But I brought some extra stuff. I've got some chips. Excuse me. Yeah, I've got some chips in the cool bag that I'm going to try and fry up. Oh, I say that. I forgot the oil. I was supposed to bring a bottle of oil. That's really interesting. My barbecue chips. They're just potato. What do you think? Tell me. I'm going to give it a crack either way. I was supposed to bring oil though, so that's a bit annoying. I forgot the oil. Yeah, and charcoal as usual. Nice big bag at this time, because I have a breakfast in mind too. I'm going to do poached eggs again. You know I love my poached eggs in the morning. But I've got some really fresh ones. So yeah, a little bit of butter to go with those. And a little tin of beans. Don't normally like Heinz, but they were in Poundland, so they're cheap, and they have a pull tab, which is important because I don't have a tin opener with me. And I refuse to bring a tin opener. I just won't do it. I did bring, I've got this Dyneema, what do you call it, tarp. Because I thought if I was going to be under the bridge, which obviously isn't happening now, but if I had been, I was aware because I've driven under it. I drive under this quite regularly. And a few days ago, I drove past and I was paying attention to see if I could see up into this bit. And you sort of can. It's very dark from down there. So as you drive by, you can see into it, but you don't really see it because you've got about half a second where you can see it. You just like flash by. But if I had any lights up there or anything like that, it would kind of draw a lot of attention. So I thought, if I bring this, I can hang this across the barrier here, and hopefully block some of the light and make it less obvious what I'm doing. Because as I say, the main concern is some copper coming by. But now I've got the nettles. The nettles are going to do the job. So this is surplus to requirements now. So yeah. And then, yeah, just usual pot for cooking in. And then, yeah, just my cutlery and the usual gear, as I say, just the, you probably can't see in there, can you? Woo-hoo. So yeah, just the Mylar bivvy, my thermarest, and my sleeping quilt, which I don't think I've said, but is actually from Mount Laurel Designs in America. They're still going. They're still good guys. Yeah, custom piece. They do all custom like ultralight gear, and that has been going so long. It's such a good bit of kit. I rate it so highly. And yeah, never had a problem with it. No failures yet. No little rips or tears. And that thing is, it shouldn't keep me warm through the conditions it has, but it's done some really crazy conditions. I don't think it even has a rating because it's so thin and light and it's so small, but it puffs out quite big. It is synthetic. So I know a lot of you might like your down stuff, and that's obviously supposed to be better, but I think for the marginal difference that it makes, I prefer to have this because it's much more like resilient to like getting damp. It'll keep me warm even if I've got like condensation about it and stuff like that. I saw a message come up, or comment, or chat, or whatever we call it. DJ Chips and Garlic, good to see you again. What part of the A1M are you at? Cheers. I am literally sandwiched between Letchworth behind me and Baldock in front of me. What's this road called? This road's called Norton Road. There you go, that's where I am. So if you're nearby and you want to come and have a little chat and maybe join me for a bevy, obviously you'll have to bring your own, but you're more than welcome if you can find where I am. Yeah, but no, so it's not a bad spot. Where's near you then? DJ Chips and Garlic says I know the park, but he meant park near me. Which part's near you then? Because obviously it's a really long road, the A1M. Not every part of it's in the motorway, obviously it's some of it's A1, just no motorway. But yeah, I've gone up and down this thing quite a few times. Not as much as some though. Jeez, I do it just for leisure. I can go north and not even always up the A1. The last time I went up the A1 was actually last weekend, going to the Peak District to meet up with Mike, and I regretted that. Oh my God, the amount of accidents on the A1 in like just one trip. I got detoured off it like 2 or 3 times. Excuse me, the gas from the fountain's coming through. Yeah, I got detoured so many times it was unreal. And then I hit a point where I couldn't detour anymore. And he said, no, you've got like, I can't remember what it was now. It was something stupid, like 38 minutes of just like, no, your journey's 38 minutes longer. So it was saying like I was going to be like an hour and a half. And then suddenly it was just back to like 2 hours. I was like, what is going on? Living out. But it was apparently another accident. By the time I saw it, I don't know what had happened. You don't get to see much. So, yeah, and then, like I say, I detoured the other one, so I didn't even see those. But it just meant that a journey that should have been like 2 and 3/4 hours ended up being more like 4 hours. So on the way back, it was lucky enough that I was coming from the other side, so I actually came down the M1. That was way easier. The M1 seems to be way better than the A1. But yeah, so I don't know. It's getting a bit darker. It's getting a bit later, and we're getting a few people in. So say hi if you've just joined. Good to see you. As you can see, I'm in a stupid place to have a camp, as per usual. To be fair, I quite like these kinds. Hey, out of bounds, good to see you. Morning. I suppose for you, you're Australia, aren't you? Yeah. I like that. No, yeah, I'm just by Motorway. If you've just joined us, that's where I am. I was going to camp under this bit of bridge just here, but in all fairness, the signal under there was terrible and the stream wasn't going too well because of it. quite noisy as well, but it's still noisy out here. But it's fresher out here. Oh, I was sweating bullets. I was sweating bullets in there. You wouldn't think it. I thought it'd be cool under there. I was like, oh, it'd be, you know, like a cave. It'd be nice and cold, but actually it was just really stuffy. It's no good. So, yeah, hopefully nothing crazy happens and I'll get away with this. I am definitely exposed more than normal. I'll give you a little look. You can see up there, there is a bridge, and some people can sometimes walk across here. Which one am I going? Like that. There you go. But yeah, that's my main point of exposure now. I was planning, and as I say, to be under the bridge, and that wouldn't have been a problem. But then that would have exposed me more to the cars. But yeah, the cars can't really see me through the metals. I'll give you a little look. You can see them, I'm sure. But they can't see me. Oh, we've got a new member. DJ Chips and Garlic, thank you for joining the channel. That's good timing as well. I'm planning a members only stream after this one. So this one's going to be a bit more of a reasonable length. I'll probably keep it to about an hour and a half, 2 hours max. I think the last one, yeah, last month's went like 5 hours, which was just stupid, but it happens. We all get involved in it. Because that one was on the roundabout, yeah. So that was just off the A1. Yes, because I'm often around the A1, you see, this is the thing. It's so much, it's like a corridor of like perfect places to stealth camp. It's just ridiculous. So there's like, I don't know, about 1 million places in Biggleswade where you can camp and get away with it. And then obviously there's all these places down the A1 as well. If you saw the posts that I made for this one, just to let everyone know yesterday that I was going to be doing it, all the places I put on the map are actually legitimate places that I've seen where I'm like, I could camp there. One of them's a really crazy one, the one in the Letchworth Town Centre. But I keep looking at that roundabout and thinking, it's so well kept, it's pristine, it's a weird place to do it. It's not all like unkept like this area. Could I get away with that? It kind of reminds me a bit of like Out of Bounds. Hey, Out of Bounds is joining the channel as well. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Out of Bounds has done quite a few really urban ones, and you're quite brazen with it. Like you're cooking a doorway and stuff, as it, like just like the homeless guys, which is incredible to me. I didn't. Out of Bounds just said he didn't realise I had membership. That's very new, to be fair. That's a very, very new thing. I literally started that a month ago, on the same day I did last month's live stream. So anyone who's here probably knows by now, I do a regular monthly live stream, third Saturday of every month. So the third Saturday last month, I decided I'll get that all set up. Seems YouTube were kind enough to make me a YouTube partner, which was a brilliant day for me when they decided I was allowed to do that. And yeah, so I've now got a few of you, and you guys are brilliant. And yeah, so we're going to do a little members only stream later on. Just try that out and give you guys a little bit of extra content because you deserve it. I'll be honest though, you guys don't even realise how much you've probably sorted out some stuff for me. It's and for yourselves. I've got some massive plans coming up in October. October is going to be a crazy month, and we're going to do some mad stuff together. And all of you out there, all of my watchers are going to be getting involved, I'm sure, but my members especially. It's going to be a bit of a ride in October. Yeah, I've got a mad adventure plans. It's going to be just crazy. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. So who we got in? Oh, we've got Boone and Out of Bounds are chatting. Nice one, guys. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. It's time to sort of really get serious with some of the stealth camping. It's time to up it a level, I think. And so yeah, there's been a lot of chat, a lot of comments on some of my friends' channels saying like, you know, everyone's doing the same thing all the time. And I've seen some of the popular guys as well in their videos, people saying, oh, it's just the same thing every week. I try to keep it fresh. I try to do different things. As you know, I've got like my wonky line missions and like my trip across the country was definitely some stealth camping in there. But, oh, it's quiet for a moment. Oh my lord, the difference. It got so constant. I'd zoned it out. Like one of you guys said, I think Out of Bounds said, you just kind of zone it out like white noise. But then when it went quiet, it was almost like, oh, it's like a very loud quiet. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, there's all these comments lately just saying everyone's doing the same thing. It's all this, there's nothing different. But I try to keep it different, and I definitely feel like I've done some stuff that other people haven't. But October, that's when we gear things up, and things are going to get totally new. It's going to be crazy. But I'm planning it all out and getting everything ready, and it's going to be crazy. And now's the best time to get the memberships, because you'll want to get them by then for sure. It's going to be brilliant. I'm absolutely chomping at the bit. I can't wait for it, to be honest. I'm like, when's October going to get here? But I have to wait for October because I need the right amount of the right temperatures, the right daylight, and everything for this to work. And I just need a bit more time to prep, to be honest. But I'm just trying to get through everything, get everything sorted. But yeah, that's a little teaser for you guys. You won't know what it is yet, but soon you will, and you'll realise, oh my lord, he's doing some crazy stuff. Oh dear. If I'm anything, I'm crazy. Sparker, internet equals everyone is an expert, and some people just love to complain. Yeah, hi Sparker, good to see you, by the way. Yeah, to be fair, I mean, it's not just the internet. There are people who just love to complain. I think of it a bit like, I don't know if everyone here is familiar with the Mr. Men, but when I was little, it's like these little cartoons and that, well, and like it was originally books and stuff, but all these little characters, and they have their like thing, Mr. Happy, Mr. Strong, Mr. Grumpy, and Mr. Grumpy loves to just moan, and essentially, no matter what he did, he was moaning until it was explained to him that he just should be doing fishing because he loves to moan about fishing, and therefore he should love fishing because he loves moaning. Just do something that he can grumble about and moan about. And I'm like, that is kind of these people when you see them in the comments. Just they're watching the video, but then they're complaining about the video, and I'm like, why are you watching a video complaining about it? And it's like, oh, of course, you're like a Mr. Grumpy. You just like to have a grump, and that's what you do. So I don't mind them people, but it does point out a bit of a flaw in the fact that there are so many of us out there now doing the stealth camping, and yeah, there's quite a lot who are just kind of carbon copying other people, and I have to accept that, you know, a lot of the stuff I've done is definitely copying other people's ideas, just trying to do it my own way. And so I can see that, but there's some stuff that I've got planned where it's all my idea. As far as I can tell, nobody's done it before, and yeah, it's time to kind of level into something completely different. And it's still going to be stealth, but it's just going to be something crazy. And to be fair, I do like a challenge. I do, you know. Narrated by Captain Moment, okay, Arthur Lowe. Oh, is that who narrated that? Oh, geez. You know more about it than me then. There you go. I don't know much about drawing the characters and what they taught me when I was younger about people, what people are like. Because let's face it, we're all one of those characters, aren't we? Right. Yeah, so I think I'm ready to do a little bit of cooking, or at least get the fire pit on. I said a fire pit, it's basically a barbecue when I do it with charcoal, isn't it? But yeah, it's starting to get a little bit darker. I'll stretch the legs out and decide where to do this. If I do it here, it's a bit visible from up there. If I do it just here by the wall, yeah. If I do it by the wall, it's less visible there, less visible up here. I think you guys better see it. So that's what we'll do. We're going to put the fire pit just there. There we go. Let's just get rid of some of that. Don't need that over the food. Oh, I'm a little bit annoyed I forgot the oil for the chips. To be fair, they're a little bit unnecessary. It was just supposed to be a little luxury thing for me to have. So that's a bit of an annoyance, but there we go. The fire pit, it's time to crack it out. So if there's anybody new watching, this is something I built myself. a noisy bit of kit, but it's a brilliant bit of kit as well. I obviously didn't make these. These I bought on Amazon. But yeah, a bit of titanium foil. Excuse if the noise is absolutely horrific. What's good out here is I'm not having to worry about lights as well. If I was under there by now, I'd have to have the lights on. That would make me stick out like a sore thumb, that would. Oh, excuse the noise, jeez. I swear this thing gets noisier and noisier the older it gets. How's it holding up with age? Yeah, ooh. Gotta watch what I'm doing. Yeah, yeah, it's holding up fine. To be honest, it's mostly just that I'm a bit abusive with it because it's not the final product, and so I'm a little bit like just like mashing it up and stuff like that when it's when I'm packing it away and like I'm sort of squeezing it around in my bag. So I think when I've built the final design, it's going to be very similar to this. I'm thinking I probably won't store it flat like this in this pouch, because although that seems quite nice and the pouch can be useful, it's not been as useful as I thought it would be. In the pouch at the moment, because I used it and I haven't cleaned it yet, is my red chopping mat with the corner missing because it got melted and so I chopped it off. Yeah, that's not been as useful as I felt it was, and just having that like kind of squished on the back, it kind of damages the pit a little bit. So I've decided when I store this in the future, I'm going to roll it up, because that was the original idea, just roll it up and then stick it like in one of the pockets like a bottle. And I think what I might do is get a tube. Because originally I was like, oh, I can just build a sleeve. But I think if I was to get a tube, which I could slide it into and have that kind of then slide into my bag, the issue with it is, obviously it has quite sharp edges. I feel like if I rolled it up and the corner kind of starts gnawing away at my bag in the wrong place, that won't be too good for anything. So yeah, that's the plan. Sort of store it rolled up. And any of you who watch the progression of this will know that I've eventually settled on these little internal walls to sit things on. But originally I had tent pegs holding the sort of the grills up. But these actually work really well, and they're much lighter than the pegs. And they're easier to store because they roll up with everything else. Easy as that. Yeah, it's quite a good little little join here. There we go. Easy as that. And so the idea of this one is to not have it round. You'll see I've kind of like bent some bits in. So it does fit in there, but it's it has enough gaps around the edges that the grills internally just sit on top of it. There we go. And that's it. Ready to go. Just clean that off a little bit. Yeah, that's all good. So that'll just sit on there and we'll be cooking. Job's good. Right. Just that inside to get some fuel. This isn't going to work without firelights, is it? I'm going to be lazy today, get it going quick. I'm going to use 2 pieces. Get the old tongues out. Yeah, easy as that. Let them catch. You can get some big old lumpwood for some proper lumpwood charcoal. Some big fat pieces in there. You can already hear it. What's the word? How do you describe that? Crackling? Yeah, it kind of crackles. Let you know the charcoal's lighting. I'll use the big lumps tonight and keep the little ones for the morning. I'll do it. Tiniest bit of smoke, but not much. It's dissipating before it goes past the what do you call it? The nettles there. Get some off the hands. There we go. Right. So that's cracking on. Cheers again. Oh, right. Yeah, it's definitely cooling down. So let's get the lighter away. Might put my shirt on. Well, I've gone from sweating bullets to losing a shirt on. Isn't that crazy? It didn't take long. Oh, I've got hello there. Hello, my brother from. Oh, I didn't see. I'm going to butcher this. Jacob? Wait. Jason. I just recognised the picture. Well, I bet that's Jason. You like to change your name, man. What did Jason just say? Yeah, we're all good, man. Jason's just asking if we're all good over here. Yeah, we are. Those riots and everything, we've been pretty isolated for them. We're not in the area where that sort of stuff is really happening. It's weird. A lot of that sort of stuff often happens in different areas where I think it's probably more urban, but I'm not really sure. I've not really followed it much. I'm sort of aware of the big swings, that sort of thing, but I'm often in my own little world, I'm going to be honest. I'm too often out camping and having my own adventures to worry about what everyone else is doing. So, yeah, it's I'm sure it's keeping somebody busy. So that's a thing. No, there's going to be no moisture in this concrete. Out of bounds said he hopes there's not too much moisture in it. It's been super hot for ages here. We are properly in the middle of a hot summer. We've had a little bit of rain, like one like sort of evening, just for like a couple of hours. But that was a few days ago. There's nowhere there's built up a lot of moisture, and I can tell it's just really, really dry here. So if anything, it's actually quite good to be in concrete. If I was in the woods right now, I'd be super concerned about having a fire, and I could start like everything ablaze. I'd have to be really careful. I'd have sort of something on to cover the ground, potentially even have it off the ground. I'd rather have that. That's actually something I want to do with this fire pit. I want to build some sort of collapsible little table which I can put it onto to raise it up off the floor, and which will sort of catch all the embers. I think that would make it even safer. If I could just have it like, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches off the floor, it'd still be usable when I'm sat down. It'd make it easier to use when I'm in my chair and a little bit higher up. But also, it would just make it so much safer in terms of, you know, if I'm on a surface where I'm not comfortable with like doing a fire on it. But it's safe as houses here. It really is. Craig's Outdoor Adventures. He's saying, I really don't get this. All the wonderful places we have in the UK to wild camp. Why would you pick a motorway? That is a good question. Obviously, just for a bit of fun, see if I can do it. The challenge of getting away with it. But also, it's just quick and easy to get to. I've literally just walked down the road and just parked up the way a little way. I haven't had to walk for miles and miles to get to it. If I chose a nice little woodland somewhere nearby a built-up area, the problem with that is somebody's going to walk along, some dog walker, somebody, and most people are going to be nice. I've been found by a lot of people when I've been wild camping, and they're usually pretty friendly, and they'll just have a chat and nice to see you out there. But if I'm having a fire, some people get really freaked out about that stuff, and I'm always safe. I don't recommend that anyone just goes off and has a fire whenever you like. I think you've got to know what you're doing. You've got to make some real good, safe choices about when you do it and where you do it. But yeah, if I was out in the woods right now and it was local to like a place where I could just park up easy, there's going to be other people getting there easy, and they're going to be walking their dogs or just having a stroll. And you can get a lot of grief, so you have to be properly stealthy with it. But I'm not very stealthy in those places if I've got a fire. I'll be completely honest. But somewhere like here, I'm totally not expected to be here, so nobody's looking for me. And if somebody did see me, they're not going to give two hoots about me being here. Like, no one's going to be here going, "Oh, you're going to start a forest fire, dude." I'm like, no, it's not going to happen. I think even the stuff behind me that's dry, even if I set all of that alight, it wouldn't light anything else because there's a path between that and everything else. But I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to burn anything else. I've got, like, just concrete around, so it's a lot safer. And I don't mind the traffic noise. It's fine. And I'm not really here to enjoy the beauty. I did that last weekend. Last weekend I was in the Peak District. I camped there with Mike. We walked across the entire thing. And if I wanted views and beautiful countryside, we got it in like just boatloads, absolute boatloads of it over there. And it was amazing, loved it, and I do enjoy that sort of thing. But it doesn't all need to be like that. I like to just get out and about. I don't always do this sort of thing. This is a bit urban, a bit crazy, but it makes a good fun now. What can I say? I'm not going to lie. That's that's a big part of it. Anyone who says that they're going to camp in a place like this and it's not just for that sort of thing is crazy. It's a challenge for sure, but in all fairness, there probably are slightly better places where there isn't traffic, and I could probably hunt one down, but it would still take time. That would take a lot of time, and I just like the fact that this sort of thing's easier. Just driving by and spotted it and was like, oh, that reminds me of Oldsey Station when I camped up at the top up there, and I really enjoyed that camp. That camp was brilliant. I don't care what anyone says about we've got these beautiful spots and that. Sometimes camping in a space like that, that was fantastic. It took me back to my childhood. And I saw this spot and thought, oh yeah, another bridge. I could go underneath there. Slight mistake in thinking it would be as quiet as the other one. Obviously that didn't have a big motorway going underneath it. But I can still enjoy my fire and enjoy my time to myself with you guys. And it's a pretty easy space as well. What was that? Craig has, I've done a lovely camp earlier in this year in the Peak District. Tent froze on the inside. Videos on my channel if you want to see a man suffer and what not to do on a camp. I'll check that out, Craig. I'll capture a channel. I'll tell you what though, do a comment in the video, because when this goes off, the chat is a bit of a bugger to find. But I think I can do it on a computer. But it's much easier if you do a comment on the actual video, and I'll find your channel from there, and I'll check out your video. That sounds like a good one. But I've never been up in the peaks in the winter, and that's definitely something I'd like to do, is do like a winter travel across. I do prefer camping in the autumn and the spring. I find the summer's really hot, and especially in the Peak District, I've learned midges are everywhere. Midges are just a massive problem. Me and Mike got away with that. We definitely went through some midges, at points, and it was gnarly. But for our campsite, we found a spot that was just tucked away off the road somewhere, and we had enough breeze coming through. The midges weren't a problem. But yeah, I will say that much: I won't get midge problem here. There's no water around. There's none of that, so there's no midges. And yeah, if it's a choice between the Peak District and a load of midges, and a motorway and no midges, motorway wins. If that was the choice. Obviously, there's so many more options in between, but yeah, the midges were just awful. So yeah, that's going well. So what are my jobs? I've got to do. Yeah, I'm so gutted that I forgot to bring the oil. Some nice oil fried chips would have been nice. Yeah. But I'll see how they go. Maybe I can, as I say, if I just quickly, yeah, if I get the heat, when the heat gets down, I don't know. Not that I even really need them, the burgers enough, to be honest. But yeah, I'm going to let that get to temperature. Obviously, it's only just getting going. You can sort of see some little flame down there, even. But yeah, once the coals have settled down a bit and I've got a proper temperature, I'm going to get the burger on. And yeah, probably do the burger first, and then I'll do the beans, and then because the beans won't take long, it's a tiny tin this time, and then I'll get onto the what's called it, the chips, and see what I can do with them. I'll probably burn the hell out of them. I'll destroy them, but yeah. Right. Just thinking about setting up, but there's not really much to set up. Yeah, there really isn't. I'm just going to do that in the evening. There's no point worrying about it. I can just chill out here. It's quite a comfortable spot. Does anyone want to see a walk around? I'm happy to do a little walk around while we wait for the charcoal to get itself sorted and to die down a little bit. We could probably walk up there, a little walk along the path, that sort of thing. Do you keep seeing something cross just in front of the sub? Well, you mean like a little animal just across here? Because you probably could see something crossing there. To be fair, it'd probably have to be at the steps just here. There's like where the steps come down. But yeah, you might have. If anyone sees it, let me know. I'll try and keep an eye out for it too. I'll just keep my eye on the screen and see if I see anything. But yeah, you could be seeing something cross. There's wildlife everywhere, to be honest. They don't care about motorway either. Yeah, show off the real estate. Yeah, we've got the go ahead for that. Well, I'm just going to finish the tinning in, and then we'll get up and we'll have a little look. Oh dear. Oh, I do love a fire. You know it. What's it? Block says. You know it makes sense. Get up a fire. What's that? Sparker says. Oh, went right to left, then back again about 10 minutes later. So for you, right to left. So that's from the steps down and then back again. Yeah, that makes sense. So the critters probably don't live down here, but they might have gone down to sort of see. That's probably because people throw rubbish out their cars. How rubbish is that? Not for the pun, but for the actual fact that it is. I can't think of a word that I can actually say on YouTube without this getting demonetised. Of how nasty that is, that people just throw stuff out their cars. But they do, because there's always a lot. And it can't be just a few either. There must be so many people throwing rubbish out their cars. And we get all sorts across the edge of the motorway here. I saw loads down there. And I bet you there's sort of like half-eaten burgers and all sorts, someone's just going to chuck their Mackie D's like stuff out and whatnot. That's awful. I hope none of you do that. If you do, stop it. No, I bet none of you do. I bet you're all proper with that. Oh dear, that's lovely. I'm really enjoying it actually. It's a nice fire. I do love a charcoal one just for the fact that it's so easy. It's just like there's no maintenance. Don't go keep throwing in the woods. But yeah, I get the nice grey and like at the moment it's like a proper fire. But yeah, they're not going to see that down there. I mean, you can barely see that in the video, to be honest. I'll give you a little look. I'm still drinking my drink. Yeah, look. Woohoo. Yeah, that's nice. So I might change the angle, see if we can improve things. How's that? There we go. It's not too bad. I noticed that it is getting darker though on the screen, so let's finish this up. Lovely. Right, so Sparks and Lady if I ran. Oh, so it came from down the left and went up there and went back again. That's weird. But again, I suppose something could live down there. Yeah, I definitely fully expect there to be some like level of like mice or rats or something about. That's not uncommon. I've seen a few of them about on different campsites. There was definitely a rat at the Asda car park. That was definitely a big rustle that I heard down. I was like, oh, that's got to be a rat. What am I going to name the new pet rat? Basil. We'll call him Basil. Yeah, if you see Basil go across, let me know. I'll make sure I put my food away before I go off for a walkabout. I don't want to come back and find my food's been half eaten. Right, I'm going to pop this one away. I'll be reliant on that screen for a little bit. I've got half of it out to show you guys, but yeah, I definitely want to leave all this out. It'll be straight in for those, won't it? And I don't want to lose my treats either. So let's get them in there. You think we're going for a tin of beans? That'll be safe. Oh, okay. Just organise the area a little bit. I like to keep things organised. Right. So here we go. A little bit of a walkabout time. Show the people who just arrived where we are. Right, well, excuse the jolty footage. We're just going to get this sorted. Right. So, there's the A1 proper, A1M. You can see the lights going now. And then if I give us a little swing around, you can see what I can see. Ooh. The Erie Tunnel, which you can't see anything of. And I've got to get up here without getting stung. A big fan of the A1. So that's what Sparker says. So yeah, there's definitely some cars going by up here now. So yeah, you've got a pathway down here. So that's the camp spot. You can't even see the fire. So I've just seen some people walking across there. I don't even see them. They can be quiet. They haven't seen me even. Can you see them? There you go, in the middle. I'm just going to wait here while I walk by. So people definitely use this bridge, but I think they're always on the other side. They seem to be. I don't know if that's because that's where the path is, or whatever. Well, this Sparker says he prefers the A1 to the M roads, but this one's technically an M road still at this point, anyway. So down here I go. There's a bright light in the distance. I don't know what that is about, but there might be a park over there. Actually, that might be a floodlight for something. So yeah, so we have some beautiful, beautiful horse food just there. And then yeah, so this is like a cycle path. So what's nice is I'm not worried about being spotted now, so I can just walk around brazen. There we go. So yeah, it's a nice calm night. It's not windy at all, and yeah, it's going to be really quiet, I think, once it gets dark. As I say, I think this road to my right here, there's going to be a few people like walking, like in the evening from the pubs maybe, but I don't expect to see a lot of residents walking up and down here. It's literally, it's weird. It sort of connects Letchworth and Baldock, but only just. It's like the top end of Letchworth. It's actually a spot called Norton, but it does technically still touch into Letchworth. So I've got a bench just here. You can see that. Nice little comfortable spot to sit if I wanted it, but to be honest, the concrete's fine. And as you can see, this road really quiet. And then across the way is the sort of where the cycle path or cycleway goes. It's not a busy one, to be fair. And if I walk down here, oh, there we go, a car finally. Yeah, it's a weird location for a bench, Boone. That is true enough. There's not even a bus stop there. There is no reason for a bench to be there at all, other than the potential of if you've basically got, if you're sort of crossing this point and you've thought, oh, I just need a place to stop and rest. But surely there's better places to put a bench on that route where you could be looking into the sort of the nice sort of countryside. So yeah, this is the bridge. So that just there, if you can see it. Do you know, I'm going to turn the light on, see if we can't. Don't know if that's made any difference at all. That might make a little difference. There you go. No, I really don't think that made any difference. Tiniest bit of difference, but yeah. So that's back down the way we came, and that just there is the gate we came out of, I think. Yep. And yeah, you can sort of see there's a pathway here, but you can sort of make out this hedge kind of, or bush, kind of stops you from wanting to walk this way. And I think there's a bit of the same the other side. We'll scoot through. Ooh. Whereas the other side, the pathway is basically the same, but it doesn't get blocked off at either end. And I think that's because that's the side that everyone walks on. And there's a reason for that. The footpath down the end here, like when you follow the road, actually is on that side. And then when you kind of come off that, that's the sort of side you're walking on to all the sort of driveways for the businesses and stuff that are there. There you go. And we have the A1 proper. Excuse the blurry footage. My rear camera is not in its best nick, so it just means that the lights blur everything out a little bit. I do apologise. Kind of looks cool though. So yeah. What I should have done is let's go back quickly. Let's have a look at the camp spot. Let me know when you see it. Hey, there we have it. Aha. Highly visible if you were up here. But like I say, pretty safe because nobody wants to walk through this nonsense. And I'm pretty sure it's just as bad this end. Let's go and have a look. I'll be interested to see how bad it is this end. There's some good nighttime footage here though. I'll show you the other side of the A1 over there. Looks even busier just because there's more road to see all the traffic. There's a slight bend here, so you don't see all the way up. Yeah, it's a really calm road. It's got so few cars that have come by. It's weird. It almost doesn't need to be here, this road. Most people just use it as a cut through when the main bits are busy. And then, yeah, it's just such a weird one. I have a friend who prefers this way to get into some of the bits in Letchworth, and I just can't get my head around it. Even though the road that I use often gets blocked up with traffic and stuff, it's just, I can't get my head around it. It's still better than this because you have to go back on yourself. Yeah, there we go. So, oh look, there's potential. You can't really see, I don't think. I'll put the light back on and see. See if that helps. Yeah, there's not a lot of light in here. There's kind of a spot here, but in all fairness, that's pretty grim. It's not very level. There's a car coming. I'm going to just turn the light off and stand to the side. There are 2 cars coming. Woo. Yeah, so, and then there is like a little walkway through here, but things get pretty tight and gnarly here. I mean, I don't really want to get further down here. Let me get the light back on. Yeah, you can sort of see like the bushes and stuff are kind of in the way a bit. But yeah, let's go back. We've got traffic again. But that's it. So, whereas the other side just across here, that's actually got like a nice little pathway through. Oh, I've gone off it. So this little bit just here, that's certainly a lot easier to walk along, like all the way. Obviously, this bit's quite nice here, but that's why no one's been walking up above me. There you go. That explains it. When given the choice, everyone's going to be on the other side of the road. That's that's cracking. That is actually. That's yeah. That's good to see. That tells me everything I need to know. I'm safe where I am. No one's going to be walking on by. Yes. And it's definitely nicer just being out there to the side of the bridge. I feel like there were some spaces around here which could have been pretty good. Yeah, I think let me see if no, that's not going to work. I'm going to try and get another light on the situation, but I don't think it'll happen. To be honest, I can probably do this. There you go. Yeah, it's whew. Yeah, there's like a spot here where I am. Let me just give you a little view of that. So you can't really make it out that easy, but yeah, there's like a bit of a spot here. Oh, there, the light is really fading, but it's kind of really open and right by the road, and it's not that flat. So yeah, I'm not too keen on that. To be fair, it's not my favourite spot. Right. Back in we go. Right, let's turn the lights off for a second. Let's pay attention. Right. This is the bit where I don't want to get seen. I'm really surprised that gate is just accessible like that. I would have thought that that was bolted in some way, padlocked, and I'd have had to climb it. Whether that would have been a big problem. It certainly makes for a bit of an easier task. Not happening to. Right. There's a light there. Whoa! Excuse me. There we go. Let's have a little look at the fire. There we go. Spread out quite nicely now. I think that's time to spread out the coals and get the burger on. I'm just going to set you up again. Where do I put you? Where do I put you? Is that going to work? Right, let's have a little look. Yeah, I think that'll work. Right. There we go. Yeah, just need to get some lights on, I think. Right. Let's see what we have here. Right. definitely just heard something. I definitely just heard someone behind me. Right, so yeah, I think that will work. And then that works. Yeah, problem is they're going to be quite bright, but yeah, I think that makes sense. There we go. There we go. How's that for lighting then? I think that's okay. There's no weird stravy business like it has been sometimes. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Woo! Job's good. Right. Quickly spread out the coals. Yeah, nice. Nice. Let that get heated up. Oh, that's a really nice cooking temperature. That's bang on. So, let's just check out for the oh, dear me. Have I lost my internet signal? I think so. Let's go back to here. Turn the hotspot back on. Excuse me 1 second. Slight technical difficulties. As always, I've got to walk about, and if I leave this behind, it's all gets disconnected. There we go. Let's come out of that. Back in. Perfect. I want the noise. Could have been Basil. Yeah, it could have been Basil, but it definitely sounded like somebody walking by, like feet getting stuff. I think Boon's gone, but cheers, Boon. If you're still there, thanks for joining. But if not, hope maybe you watch it back. But goodbye either way. And yeah, I think it's something on. Yeah. So, what camera are you using and how you connect to stream? That's a fair question. Geez, I'm sure I was told your name. I'm going to keep calling you out of bounds. It's what's in front of me. My memory for names is terrible. So yeah, I am using my phone. Literally, I've got a Pixel 7 Pro. I'm hoping to get a new one because this one is almost out of action. And then obviously it just does everything automatically, so it just connects to the stream and does everything for me. So it's pretty easy. That's why I like doing it like this. It's actually really good for the sound as well. I'm on my lapel mic tonight just because I think it's slightly better in terms of the mic's pointed at me and it's close, rather than like this one, which will pick up a little bit more of the noise from the road, but it's really good at filtering out background noise. So it's a bit swings and roundabouts. However, with the live, if I'm sort of away from the camera, which sometimes I am, like earlier, it was really brilliant to have this on because I can keep talking and you can hear me fine. Whereas if I'm not close to the phone, it's the sound is not great. Oh no, everything's on topic, man. So Outbound's just worried that they're asking about cameras off topic, mate. Everything is in topic when I'm doing this. Other than politics, we can leave that. We can chuck that out the window. Everything else is good. We'll chat about whatever we like. But yeah, if it's something positive or something interesting, yeah, we'll chat about it. Don't you worry. So the burger, which is still it's not frozen, but it is ish. It's solid enough that I can hold the thing, which is good. It's going to make this next bit a little bit easier. Let's try not to get my hands so too meaty. Yeah, when I wrap it in foil, sometimes it gets stuck to the foil, and that's a bit of an aggro. But this time, it's all sound. In fact, as it's in the foil, no problem. I'll just grab the foil. I think that's. Oh, it was a bit slippery. It nearly fell. That nearly went wrong. Put the rubbish there. In fact, rubbish bag. And it's a good rubbish bag because that is not plastic. That is one of your compostable bags, your biodegradables. Obviously, I'll take the recyclables home and recycle them. But yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's cranked. Nothing wrong with that. Might not be as hot as I want to. I don't know. Is that? Ooh, no, yeah. No, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll put your hand over it and test it. Yeah, that was fine. That's there's no problem with that. What I'm wondering is this like better off? Is this like better off there? Whoa! The first policeman. The first copper just went by with his sirens on. Sorry, I wasn't quick enough to turn the. That was quick. He's like, I heard him when he was about, I don't know, a second away from just blasting away. So yeah, that was fast. I thought I'd get a lot more warning than that. I will be honest. I thought there'd be way more warning than that. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty good lighting. I've pretty good at things go. There we go. Let's see, have we got any more? Oh yeah, Biffa's McDonald's meal. That was ballsy, wasn't it? That is, that is something to chat about, isn't it? Oh my lord, I couldn't believe what he was up to on that. I mean, I've eaten all random places. Like, if I've gone to, because I don't eat at McDonald's, I do Burger King and KFC, as some of you might know. And if I'm going to one, and all my friends are going to another one, then I'll buy mine and go into with them and just eat it in there because I'm with a group and like I don't want to eat your food. So you know, if you want to chuck me out, by all means. But most people don't care at that point. But to go in and what was it? Did he just get? Was it just a coffee he got or something like that? Was it? He just got a drink, didn't he? And then to eat his food in it, I was like, wow, dude, that was ballsy. That was, oh man, what a thing to try. But yeah, he definitely does some different stuff. I do love Biffa's videos, I've got to admit. There's some bigger channels out there, but for stealth camping and for like some legit proper, like, you know, old school stealth camping but with a new twist, I mean, there's no one better than Biffa. It really isn't. He's a madman. Yeah, that's true. You're right. He went to he went to the loose sparker and just left his pan there on the table. I was like, what on earth? I mean, I thought he was going to take it in with him because he kind of looked like he was, but yeah, he was just really brazen with that. That was crazy. But we've done some brazen stuff. Let's face it, we all do some crazy things. So all our stealth campers. But yeah, it's to that point now though where to get that same sense of adventure and that same sense of challenge, we need to kind of push ourselves to do something new, like what he did there, because it gets a bit too easy. It's like this. It's like once you're comfortable just coming out to a weird spot and just getting on with it. I mean, he realised the worst that can really happen, like to someone like me, is I get moved on. I suppose the ultimate worst would be someone messing around, maybe nicking my gear or something like that. But I take precautions against that. I don't want to be like, you know, having someone disturb me trying to nick all my gear. And I don't think I've got anything with me worth like doing any violent sort of stuff. Like, I mean, my phone is basically half bust. It's probably worth like almost no money at all. In fact, I know it isn't, because I've looked online to see about that whole like exchange it for like the new one, how much I get and stuff, and it's worth almost nothing. I'm like, whatever. It's too busted up. It's got a busted screen, busted camera, busted this, busted that. It's like, no, it's not worth anything. It's going to cost you like £1,000 just to fix it back up. So it's like, no, it's not worth anything. Yeah, he's definitely on the next level with that McDonald's one. That was really silly. If Tim watches this at all, Tim's been having a bit of a rough time lately, and I'm not going to go into any details. It's not my place to say anything, but my heart goes out to you, man. If you watch this at all, just know I'm about if you need someone to chat to. And any of you who aren't subscribed to his channel, get over and subscribe to his channel, make his day, because he's had some rough time lately. What I can tell you about is he's had the flu, he's got dodgy shoulders, everything's happening, and yeah, he's just had a time of it lately. So yeah, I'm hoping that he'll get back out and get some more adventures under his belt. But for now, he's editing loads of his big stuff. He's editing the Scotland one, and I can't wait for that. It's taking forever to come out. I'm like, come on, get at least the first one out for us. I can't wait. I want to see what happens, because I don't know everything that happened, but I do know that he had quite an adventure. So yeah, it's on a scale of things that I definitely want to watch that and see what he got up to. It's brilliant. Hi, Timmy Bobinson. Good to see you. Thanks for joining the chat. It's always good. Yeah. Let's have a little look. Yeah, to be fair, I think Tim did do like a Facebook announcement about his news, but yeah, it's not my place to really discuss that. But yeah, I just wanted to say a little something to him, just in case he does get in to watch this at some point later on, because obviously this will be available later to watch. For anyone who is watching later, cheers for giving it a watch. I always appreciate that. Anyway, so we're on to 1 hour and 37. So I think about the time when I turn this burger is the time I'm going to call this live stream over, and I'm going to switch over to a members only one. I don't know how that's going to go. It's a new thing. Anyone who's been watching the channel knows I've been like able to do memberships for like about 4 or 5 weeks now, and yeah, it's something really new. But I thought I'll try members only, see what that's like, and it'll just be a private one for that, so I can get away with a little bit more nonsense and whatnot. I don't know if I'll do a huge amount of nonsense this evening, but I just want to see if anybody wants to turn up for it, and obviously, you know, we can do a little bit more, because I'm not going to be worried about that thing like being out in the wild. It's only for people who know me and on the channel, so we can get chit-chatting about all sorts of nonsense. And yeah, I mean, tonight I think I'll probably keep it pretty tame, but in the future, definitely I'm going to be able to do some more members-only content where we get up to a little bit more mischief, a bit like Biff's McDonald's one. I can do some little bit of pushing out the boundaries a little bit. Let's have a little look, see how this is cooking. Do you know, I think I need to put some more charcoal in, actually. I think I let that get a bit too far. But that's fine. I brought lots of charcoal. Yeah, if you're thinking about joining the channel, becoming a member, and sticking around for the next bit of the live, do it. It's only 99p. I kept it cheap. I didn't want to be silly with it. I didn't want to start costing people loads and loads of money. But I do appreciate the support. I've had a few people join now, and I'm immeasurably grateful for it. To be honest, it's fantastic to know some people support my channel that strongly. That'll spread the fire to them. We'll get this flame grilled, this burger. Got plenty of charcoal left. Yeah, I didn't put much in, to be fair. I've learned to keep it a bit like, you know, I've filled this thing up before, and then the heat is just so intense, it's crazy. Trying to not make those same mistakes. Oh, I'm learning with the lighting as well. As you might have noticed, I've got a little bit of a backlight situation going on, give you guys a little bit more visibility with that sort of thing. I'm wondering if I can get this a bit better. How's that? Ah, see, now that's better, isn't it? There we go. That is indeed a lot better. There we go. I don't know that I'm so lit up that anyone down there is going to see me, which is good. And to be honest, when you're driving past at like 70 miles an hour, really are you going to be looking up here and what are you going to see? Let's have a little look. Mate, rather you than me. Just why? Oh, another. I mean, it's going to be the question every time, isn't it? Why? Says to me, why the A1M? Just why? I love that. I mean, just for a bit of fun, just for the challenge, just see if I can get away with it. You know, is a copper going to fly by, see me, and decide, no, he can't be up there? Can I get away with it? But also, it's really convenient and easy. I've not had to walk really far. The ground is flat. I don't have to deal with anything like that. And it's a safe place to have a fire. It is really dry out here at the moment. We've had so many days of just really hot, dry, like conditions. We've had like a little bit of rain a few days ago, but we've had some scorchers. It's been like 30 odd, like here and there. And so, yeah, it's just going to the woods and doing it, which is my preferred place. I prefer to be in the woods, away from the water, where I'm not going to like have to worry about midges. But yeah, it's the woods is nice, but you have to be careful. I mean, I can't necessarily have my fire out there at the moment. That's a dangerous choice. I mean, I can do it. I can take more sort of gear and get it off the ground and other things, but yeah, 30 degrees scorcher. Yeah, all right, out of bounds. I know. It's nothing to you, but we have the humidity. It's all about relative humidity. When we get it into like, I think it was like 33 degrees was the high the other day, but it's like the relative humidity is so high, you feel it. And I'm just sweating bullets. I'm eating ice cream and ice lollies and ice cream and ice lollies, just constantly trying to keep cool. I am planning to install some aircon in the van. I have it in the cab, but I don't have it in the main part. And I'm like, if I install it in the main bit with some proper aircon, that'll work. But that's for next year. That's a job for them. That's getting there. It's not cooking my burger as fast as I'd like, but it should be fine, to be fair. The burger was still slightly frozen in the middle, I think. So yeah. Oh yeah, that's actually that's a way better heat. That's building up now. That's good. If you can't see it, this little thing just here, that's my barbecue. I'm obviously trying to get me and that in the shot, but it's very hard to frame everything that I'm doing. But we seem to have a fairly good picture going on, and what you can't see just off the side there is the tunnel of doom. For you who just joined, because I saw the numbers spike. I can see when people are joining in. Yeah, it's a weird spot for camping, but I don't mind it. It's a bit of something different. But I'm mostly out here just to see you guys and have a chit chat. I've been looking forward to that all week. I've been like just really looking forward to just getting out, some time to myself, and just it would be nice to be out in some beautiful spots, but then I'm worried about people walking by and telling me I can't be there. This is way more relaxed with that. I don't understand how that happens and why it works that way around. Maybe it's just the British people, but there's always those Karens out there who want to tell you can't do this, you can't do that. I don't think even they give a monkey's uncle about me being here, but the second they see you doing something where you shouldn't be in the national parks and stuff, you get all sorts of gripes and moans. And obviously there's plenty of us doing it, but that's part of the problem. People don't want to see us all like trashing it. And if you have tens of thousands of people camping in the same spot, that can trash an area really quick, especially with the way some people do it. Even if you're doing no trace, the problem is everyone's walking that spot, and instead of you've got a nice little meadow, now you've got a big muddy like just bog. So yeah, you know, I understand it. You don't really want everyone out there. I would prefer that we had the right to roam, and then I could do this in some nicer places. But you do what you can. You make do. I've got a question for Out of Bounds, actually. I should probably ask this on one of your videos, but what's the rules over in Australia? Have you got like right to roam, or you know what goes on there? Because you're quite brazen with like literally just clipping in like on the street in the doorways. Yes, is that question mark? Yes, as in like you're waiting for my question. The chat is so far behind it's live, it's unreal. Yeah, so yeah, what's the crack over there in Australia? You know, what's the rules on that? You don't need to give me like an essay on it, but you know, do you have the right to roam, and you know, what's the legality of it? Because obviously here, I'm not doing anything criminal. This is civil sort of stuff, just be classed as trespass and whatnot. But I guess it would be like the roadside authority or something like that here. Rules are set in the council or shire. All right. So you have like counties like we do then, and you're saying it's like individual, so each one does it differently. So is it Melbourne that I've seen you in? Is that right? I'm trying to think what the big city is that I've seen you in. I've definitely seen you in a city just like doing some stuff, but my memory is terrible for names of places. But wherever it was you were, what's the rules there like? Oh, this burger's taking forever. Why? Why have I done that to myself? Rules are not loud. Oh wow, that bounce is not loud over there still. That's insane. That's insane. Of course, though, who's going to enforce it? That's one of the things about the rules here. Who's really going to be walking around enforcing me not camping here? And if you're in the middle of nowhere in Australia, there's no one surely there to tell you what you can and cannot do. You do pretty much anything you like, surely. Oh dear. Right. Anyway, so that's yeah, it's an hour and 47, and my burger is being a pain, and I think that's about time to call the main live. So thank you to everyone who's turned up and been part of this one. I really appreciate you, and yeah, if you're wanting to join me for the next bit, then quickly join the channel, and I'll see you in a few. But yeah, for all the members, I'll see you in a few minutes. I'll get that cracking, and we can continue the evening with me chatting nonsense. I'll see you in a bit. Oh, and don't forget, have fun.